Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 6th episode of Kuma 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 Bear. I liked how I held up one hand for the number 6 because that makes sense. Now, last episode, we actually got a lot of Yuna just kind of completely solving a situation, right? Like she just, I mean, I guess she solved a couple situations. There's a bit of an egg problem, you know, that she solved, and also like an orphanage problem that she solved. So, I mean, Yuna did a lot of good work last episode, I would say. Of course, the Lord himself, you know, once he was informed something was amiss, he did a lot of good work himself. So you could call it a team effort, I suppose. Even if Yuna did yell at him a bit, he took it really well. About as well as anyone really could take that. And everything was solved. So yay, pachi pachi pachi. Now this episode, I don't know what we're gonna get, but I imagine our bear girl will do something. So let's watch and see what that is. 3, 2, 1, play. I'm almost kind of glad to have these little intro sequences because it gives me time to set up everything. So yeah, we're into it now. Oh, wow, that was sudden. Okay. Give me a second to catch up to the current situation. I wasn't expecting that to be the very first line of the episode. But anyway, what will the answer be? Is that a yes? Or I guess it is. Wow, they just rushed in there. Well, of course, this was important, so... I believe in you, man. It's a cute family hug down there. So yeah, congrats, man, everyone. They really just threw me into that. What now? What? Already? That was like 5 seconds ago. What happened? They really are throwing me through a roller coaster here, aren't they? Jeez. How long? We've only been in this episode for like a minute and a half. What do I feel like I just watched half an episode? But anyway, this is the episode we have. I guess we'll be focused on the potential marriage issues. I can't say marriage issues because they're not like married yet. Although I don't know if correcting it to potential marriage issues really made it accurate, but I think I got what I was trying to say across. Engagement, maybe that's the word I should have used. Still some characters left to meet. Can't get over how many just good-looking characters are in this show. Kuma 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 Bear. The show that may or may not be about bears. Yeah, please elaborate. Did they have a fight over something stupid? Is that gonna bother her? Is that really gonna bother her? I mean, I just use barbecue sauce on my eggs. I mean, if it's his preference, I don't see how that hurts you. I mean... Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. I mean, I don't blame her for, you know, caring about his health and all that, but... And I guess that's also a concern. No, not those words. So that's why she's concerned now. Yeah, that probably doesn't look great from the child's perspective. Can't believe that all started from just putting ketchup on his eggs. I'm sure everything will work out. uh, let's not worry about that too much right now. It was just one fight. Oh wow, that is pretty. Okay, are we gonna find another one this episode? I may have forgotten about that. Yeah, seems legit to me. Sounds like a foolproof plan. Well, of course. I expect things to go wrong and it to take longer, but let's do our best. Bear hand head pat. I would be concerned about the bear eating me, personally. If like a bear mouth was head patting me. Don't let go of that hand, we don't need to lose you. Yeah, everything will be fine. Once we get that special flower, everything will work out. Gotta get our mounts. Naturally, the first thing you gotta do is hug them before you ride them. I'm a little bit worried about how this is gonna go. But I'm sure nothing will get too bad as long as Yuna's there. Should we be going near that? I feel like we shouldn't be. Oh. Well, a full-grown black viper is definitely way bigger than that. Yeah, let's not get that... Don't growl at the snake, Shooty. Ow. Seriously, don't get that close to a snake. Like, just don't. Why would you even do that? Hey, bloody berries? This is gonna be the whole trip, isn't it? Well, maybe you shouldn't just stick random things in your mouth that you find on the side of the road. But luckily, you know, Fina's a good sister. But man, Shooty. Can't take her anywhere. Oh no, not again! Stop touching things! Don't poke the beehive! It's gonna be a long trip. Well, who wants to go first? And what else would you expect? But seriously, maybe we shouldn't just... Although, I don't know, like, you wouldn't want to spread out so you don't have too much weight in one spot, but also, I want someone holding her hand, so I feel conflicted. I mean, Shooty can't possibly weigh too much, so I think it's fine. The bears are the bigger concern. Yeah, it's quite beautiful to see. But, yeah, these bears, I am worried. I'm so glad we survived that, but can't say the same for them. Well, I'm sure the bear's alright. The bear's so alright that she caught dinner. Yeah, good thing we can just do that. I hope so. At least Julie is having fun. Even if she fills me with anxiety. So, what are we gonna run into? Like, we gotta run into some kind of big conflict, right? Like a monster attack or something. That's kind of what I'm expecting. It is green. So, although I guess this is a conflict in itself, having trouble finding it. It is a very distinct looking rock formation. He's not giving up. And I'm sure we'll find it eventually. Like looking for a 4-leaf clover. Just scouring the grass. Several hours later. I mean, I'm sure there are other ways to prevent that from happening. Yeah, like, I'm not really too concerned about that. It was seriously like one fight at the breakfast table, like... But it sure would help to find it. Oh, I saw something. I saw something. Was that the thing we're looking for? I kind of blinked and... Oh, there, yeah. It might not necessarily be what we're looking for, though. Let's be a little bit cautious. Oh, it's a bird. Oh. Oh. Yeah, let's... I mean, don't we have a friend with, like, bear claws? And did that do it? Are you okay, bird? Can you fly? Oh, we can. There we go. Yeah, I mean, we didn't find a flower, but we saved a bird. That's a pretty productive day. Yeah, I was about to say, but still no flower, though. There's some short-lived happiness there. Good point. Some good came from it. And oh, he gave us the feather. I almost said flower. A feather. That's actually a beautiful feather too. Yeah, I mean it's not a flower, but I would appreciate having that feather. So yeah, we don't have to go back empty-handed after all. Like, Mom, Dad, feather, please don't fight. Or maybe they're just both busy doing something. Okay, let's see how this goes. We invited our friend. Yeah, like, I think you guys blew that out of proportion a bit. We went on an adventure. Yeah, you know, the special one. We were with Nate-chan, we were fine. Aside from almost flying off of a bridge. There it is. Not a flower, but I hope you like it. What do you think? I got a feather from a bird. So is it like from a special bird? Okay, so yeah, it does have some real value. I mean, it clashes a little bit with it, color, everything wise, but it's still a nice feather. He's actually blushing. But yes, I'm sure they accept you. I think it was a trip worth taking. And here we go. This scene. And then, there's Yuna, who's, not really part of the family, but she's watching. I'm sure she felt like a fifth wheel over there. I see. No, bears. This show's about bears, okay? What was that? That aggressive looking around. So what are we looking for? What are we doing, Shooty? What are you... Yeah, what are you... Ooh, the bath. That's a nice bath. So... Yeah, what are you up to, Shooty? Oh, is that... Okay, okay. They're in my hands. So I guess we're cooking today, nice. And Shooty's getting her screen time this episode. Even having a cooking montage together. Sounds pretty great, doesn't it? She logged onto that word. She's just chugging it. Yeah, eggs can do a lot. They're kind of an amazing food. Oh god, that is so cute, pouring together. And they're just about done. It's gotta cook them up. I think that's a good idea. Oh. Okay. Shooty. Well, that's a hard question to answer. Yeah, you can't be lonely with these two. Yeah, we saw the bath. We definitely got to use it. I think those are the rules. Itadakimasu. I said it. Does it mean I get some of the food? Are you not gonna share with me? I see how it is. Oh my god. Oh shoot. Oh wow, they weren't kidding. These two are close siblings. Yeah, it doesn't really get much closer than this. Well, I mean it does, but a little bit different. Oh, they're okay. Two sisters at once. Just I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. I guess so. So are we gonna all bathe together? I imagine so. Don't fall asleep. That'll keep her awake. I guess not, oh well. Yeah, but there's no one here to tell us not to, so... Whew, that does look pretty good. And I think it definitely confirmed to be pretty good. Yeah, she's just kind of digging. Yeah, I bet, because you kept just poking stuff with sticks. Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, you're not supposed to drink it. Hopefully we get to find out. Yeah, I had to feel the next shot would be them sleeping. And of course they're sleeping together. And yeah, we're sharing the pudding. Which I guess just is not a thing in this world, so... I think the princess appreciates her pudding. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Next, she makes a pudding shop. Oh. I mean, I would love to. And that's where we cut? Yeah, that's where we cut. You did not get an answer. Well, this was a happy, warm, wholesome, fun episode. I mean, we got chased by bees and almost fell off of a bridge, but aside from that, yeah. Wonder if when Fiona was Shuri's age, if she acted a similar way, like how similar she was back then. Because they just look so similar. Like, that just looks like a younger Fiona, like, every time I see her. Either this Drew Fiona, but shorter. I don't know. You definitely picture Shuri saying that. Yeah, I think Shuri got more screen time this episode than she has in a while. Like, what I mean to say is, at least half the screen time she's had in the show so far has been in this episode. I kind of miss the one maid girl over there. I don't remember her name. Hope we get to see her again soon. But there's still more people than me, right? So, I don't know. We need more episodes of the show. I think that's what it boils down to. Anyway, that was the 6th episode of Kuma 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 Bear. And yeah, this episode, I mean, there's a lot of focus on Fiona's family this episode. That's for sure. Like, the first half, we had, the very first line we had was just like a marriage proposal from Gents to Fina's mother. And yeah, she initially seemed to give a positive response to it, right? You know, thank you, I think is what she said. And everyone just kind of like bursts in, you know, to hug and congratulate and all that because they were just eavesdropping, because of course they were. And we had that big old thing, and that was pretty happy. And then next thing we knew, Fina's going to Yuno and Iwachan being like, they're breaking up. It's horrible. We got to do something. And then we get to see what caused her to say that, which was a little bit of a fight at the breakfast table, you know, and something about eggs and nutrition and, you know, the girls picking up bad habits. It was something like that. And, you know, obviously what we saw here wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it just wasn't, right? But, you know, when you're a kid, when you're younger, you know, everything seems like a bigger deal than it actually is, right? So they were quite concerned about that, especially Shuri, because she's the youngest, so she doesn't want things to go poorly, so she's kind of doing whatever she can to help, and that turned out to be this special flower thing that has some, you know, real sentimental kind of meaning to them, right? Because of their the parents' adventuring days and all that, so that was kind of the target for this episode. So we all just kind of went on a big old adventure to find it. So this was Shuri's first time actually, you know, doing that kind of thing. And yeah, that's when it began. That's when it began. She's a curious one, right? Every time she sees something, she's like, wow, a thing, I'm gonna go poke it, or I'm gonna go eat it, or I'm gonna, you know, just it was rough, you know. But luckily we got through it okay, and despite those little mishaps, you know, like bees chasing us or eating very sour berries, Shuri was definitely not like deterred at all. She was still having a great time, you know. She was never like, can we go home now? Like, she never said anything like that. She was always happily marching forward, right? The bridge was definitely, I was quite nervous, right? Because that's the kind of bridge that every step you take, you just can picture your foot falling through it, right? So, bit of a concern. Although the concern was really for the bears, because like the bears are much heavier than, you know, Shuri and Fina are. So, you know, Shuri and Fina were able to walk together holding hands without too much concern. But the bears were not so lucky. But we all got across at the end, aside from the bear that fell. But I guess the bear got back up somehow, and we got across. However, when we got to the place that was supposed to have the flower, it didn't, and that was a bit of a not mishap. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but you know, did not go as planned. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But Shuri does not give up. She is a determined little one, and she found a bird that needed help, right? So she went to go help it. At first, when she grabbed like the vines or whatever that was wrapped around the bird, I thought she was gonna like cut herself because I thought it was kind of had thorns, but I guess not. She was able to just successfully get it all off the bird, and the bird was so grateful, it gave them a feather, right? And you know, I actually didn't think too much of the feather. Like, I was just like, yeah, that's a pretty nice feather. I guess they appreciate it, like as kind of a, you know. Because it's, even if the feather is not like important in any way, it still shows the effort they put into trying to, you know, help keep this new little family together, right? So I thought that's all it would be, but it turned out to actually have some important value, you know, like the one guy with the feather wore on his armor and all that. So yeah, it did have some pretty great value to it in that sense. So, you know, that certainly helped, I'm sure. But yeah, we explained to them that, you know, the fight really wasn't that big of a deal. We're not breaking up, and we all just happily hugging and everything just kind of worked out. So that was a very nice, warm, happy, wholesome scene, right? So then you have Yuna back there, who's just like, she's got to feel out of place, right? You know, like, because she's just, you know, essentially a family friend, I guess you'd call her position, right? So, you know, she's not like a part of the big old group hugs and stuff, but, you know, she did help though, so it's not as if she had no reason to be there. She guided them on this journey to get the feather and all that, so yeah, that was a nice scene. Then the second half of the episode was actually much more chill. Like, we didn't actually go adventure at all. We would just stay in at home making food. Like, especially pudding, right? Because I guess that's not much of a thing in this world. Like, it might just be a recipe that doesn't exist here. That's kind of the impression I got. Everyone seemed to be pretty surprised about what even is this. Like, nobody was like, hey, pudding, my favorite. I don't think we got anyone that said that, so I imagine it's a new thing here. And yeah, we just got this little montage of them working together to make it, and just some really cute shots here, especially with the two sisters pouring the bowl together. I don't know why, but that was just insanely cute to me. Especially just how happy Shuri looks as she's doing it, like, yay, I'm helping, I'm making desserts, I'm doing it, One-chan. Like, I don't know, I quite liked like all of that, right? So just Shuri was just so big, excited and full of energy throughout this scene, you know, jumping around and stuff. At first she was looking throughout the house. I wasn't even sure what she was looking for, but I guess she was looking for the bears, which makes sense. She likes the bears, but they're just inside Yuna's hands, you know, as you do. And yeah, the food itself was great once it was made. And our sisters just like feeding each other because they're of course very close siblings. And then they like work together to feed Yuna, which is pretty great. Like, yeah, Yuna's got a nice thing going on here. Like this, her whole situation in this new world, it's pretty great, I would say. Like, it's quite a privilege to be like, you know, the on thing by like two sisters at the same time. Like, that's not something you get to experience much in life, right? So, yeah, just lucky Yuna on that one. But yeah, we all enjoyed the pudding, which was delicious, and slept and woke up and all that good stuff. Like, it was essentially like a fun little sleepover, right? That's really what it was. So, and then we shared the pudding with everyone, including like the princess girl. That's what I call her, at least. And then we had the noble be like, "Hey, you want to take Noah to the capital?" I think that's what think that's what he said. And she didn't actually give a response to that, but I assume she will, right? So that's a thing. That's a thing. And that's pretty much everything I had to see on the episode, right? Like, there was a lot of Fianna family stuff, which is a lot more than I expected in this show, really. Like, I knew Fianna was an important person to almost called her Kuma, to Yuna, but I still didn't expect the overall family to get this much focus, especially because I'm pretty sure there's at least 2, maybe 3 girls in the ED or OP, one of the 2, that we haven't met yet, right? So, we're halfway through the show, too, so I wonder, are we going to get to that soon? You know, that's not even saying anything about not, like, characters we've already met getting another chance, like the one girl. I think I have her name written down here somewhere. Probably. Lurina, yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, we haven't got any kind of like recurring scene with her. Like, so that would be cool to have. But anyway, yeah, just hopefully they can do everything I want them to do within the scope of this show before they run out of episodes. I am quite hoping for that. So, yeah, really good episode for sure. A lot of great, cute stuff. You know, everything that I like about anime, I mean, was pretty much present here, pretty large amounts, right? So I was really happy with this episode. I don't know about you. Maybe you were disappointed by it. I doubt it. If you watch my channel, you're probably somewhat in line with my feelings on anime. So I imagine you enjoyed it too. So yeah, a lot of great stuff here. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next one next week. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.